So I thought, I wasn't sure about this game in the sense of I'd never died before, so when I died it got blown up. I was like, oh, I've got to run back and get my stuff. I didn't think it through. I thought maybe there was a time limit, and I mean, I'm sure there is, but it's probably not as bad as I thought. But yeah, when I saw my... when I saw my my backpack in the room, just the safe, I couldn't believe it. I mean, to be honest, the stuff in there was no big deal, really. It's not like I had I had the credits on me or anything. Or shotgun ammo even, or shotgun, or pistol, do you know what I mean? But it still was a nice little surprise, like the fact that... Because I always thought in this game, I genuinely always thought that it was permadeath. I thought the game was designed that way. So I just thought I died and that was it. And then when I respawned, I thought, oh, okay. And then it had my backpack, and I thought, oh, I'll get that. And then I realised that death didn't... I mean, it had a consequence, and I didn't think it through until I then died the second time, because I was like, oh, fuck. Wellness. I've lost my wellness. And the wellness has taken me the whole game to get to I think it was 121. And that was just obviously from playing the game. But then if you utilise the exploit. But yeah, anyway, so when I saw this, and then I managed to deal with the mine as well. But when I saw that backpack, I was in fucking happiness land. I was in my, in the film Happy Gilmore, I went to my good place. That was my good place. There, just suddenly I was like, oh, I was in my good place. Yeah, anyway, so utilising all the painkillers I have to decrease my hydration, I then used the yucca water, whatever the fuck it is, to then boost my wellness. And obviously I had eggs and bacon, and charred meat is actually better because it increases your dehydration, because I made a lot of grilled meat, but the wellness is exactly the same. So yeah. Alright, this little I don't know, it'd be like a shared garage. I don't know what the fuck it is really, right? I guess it's a shack of some sort, right? But there's the bloke, right? That's the bloke, yeah. There was the bloke. And then the girlfriend, so that's the boyfriend. And this bitch is stuck up in the top, which is quite funny. Okay. Maybe she hung herself, yeah. And that's why she's stuck up there. Right, what happened was, they went off and they were fornicating, yeah. away from their parents, whatever the fucking situation. I mean, she takes a beating. Right, so I think that's what it was, right? This little story here. So they brought, you know, they're savages, maybe they're drug addicts, whatever the situation. So it's all nasty in here. They got a cooler there, whatever, with their drugs in. And what happened was, one of them was working and got bit by someone, yeah? And they were like, some fucking guy bit me today, or whatever the situation. Right? There you go. Oil and whatever else that was, yeah? Interesting. So the story goes that he got bit, he met her here, told her, then he turned into a zombie, then he bit her, and instead of her dying, she hung herself. That's my little story for this area. That little, yeah. Just thought it was kind of cool. So I was just thinking, I'm playing this on the console on PS4, but I was thinking, the amount of enemies I've decreased to 50%, I honestly couldn't imagine having it on 100%, and I mean I could, but I've also got my scavenging, like, loot, like loot quality up by like 100% as well. So, and it's still like, it's fairly grueling in the sense of like collecting stuff, scavenging stuff, fighting enemies. They can be quite, these enemies are tough as fuck. These bloated fucks. And the dogs are mean as fuck as well. So I actually genuinely am glad that you're able to decrease it to 50%. It's like when there was that group of zombies. You know, obviously I knew what I was doing when I handled them. But all it takes is to just make one little mistake where you're stunned. If I'd got stunned there, that would have been it. I would have been dead. But also as well, I genuinely thought that it was a permadeath game. I thought that if you died before the 7 days were up, you get to respawn, and then after the 7th day, any deaths were permanent. That's how I always thought it was, but yeah, apparently I was wrong. But in regard, when it comes to the actual enemies, especially in the city, there's so many. And I mean, in my opinion, there's a lot. Yeah. I think the damage would be different as well, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I was just thinking about it now. Just incredible how many enemies there are on half the amount of enemies than there would be. It's still, I think it's still. I nearly walked straight past that because I was in my own little, in my own mind. Yeah, crazy really. Just thinking about it. This as well is the first time I was here, and so it says Trader Joe, doesn't it? But it's Trader Joe, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, that threw me a little bit. Trader Joel. Oh, and he's Trader Joe. Oh, so Joel's the traitor. Okay, right, I got it. Yeah, it's my first time here, and I didn't realise this was a trading post. Because in the PS4 version is completely different to the PC version, and the PC version has 4 traders. There might be on this, but I mean, this is the first time I was in. Like, I actually went inside this area because at the time I was full. But yeah, he's Bob, not Joe. Sorry, Trader Bob. Is that right? Anyway, so I thought, oh, wicked, because I mean, I'd already found the calipers, which was sick as fuck. But I've got a lot of stuff I can trade with him, and I did trade a lot with him and made a lot of tokens or whatever they're called. But yeah, that was fucking sick. How long I'd been waiting to find a trader. Oh, everything's just coming up. Millhouse, as Robaz would say. Everything's coming up. Millhouse.